Since its launch, the aircraft has become a permanent fixture in the U.S. defense sector. Its design raised eyebrows, and it certainly made its mark on aircraft manufacturing. The F-5 Tiger made its debut on July 31, 1963 at the Edwards Airforce Base in California. Although the airframe only sees limited service in the U.S. Air Force today, the F-5 has been widely exported throughout the globe. The platform's affordability and versatility have helped make it a mainstay of modern fighter fleets. The F-5 light fighter's initial design conception dates back to the post-World War II era, when the North Atlantic Treaty Organization called for a lightweight tactical fighter capable of sporting both conventional and nuclear ordnance. The manufacturer Northrop Grumman went to work. Northrop focused on designing an aircraft that was reliable, flexible, and high-performing. It was in 1955 when designs the F-5 Tiger began to come together and moved from a general design to the introduction of engines. The General Electric J85 turbojet engine was incorporated into the airframe's design. The powerful engine was originally designed for use on the Boeing B-52 Stratofortress and was considered more advanced than its near peers since its threat-to-weight ratio was much greater. Capable of reaching speed of Mach 1.63 with a range of 554 miles, the F-5 was an Air Force favorite. The fighter could climb at a rate of around 35,000 feet per minute and could sport two 20mm M39A2 revolver cannons. It was not until late 1956 that the F-5 Tiger went into production after it was selected to replace the T-33. The first prototype of the F-5 Tiger was presented in 1959. 4 years later, the F-5 Tiger took its initial flight in 1963 at the Edwards Airforce Base in California. Following its production and successful prototype, the F-5 Tiger went on to make a name for itself as one of the hardest fighter jets to discern in the air. This was because when in action, the F-5 Tiger resembled a missile or a two-barrel gun. The delivery of the first F-5 Tiger was made in 1969, and the last one was made to the Air Force in 1989. Although the jet was intended to function as a day-air superiority airframe, its ground attack capabilities also highlighted the F-5's versatility. As the USSR threat continued to increase at the height of the Cold War, the US government desired a better air-to-air jet that would go head-to-head against the Soviet MiG-21. In 1970, Northrop was selected as the international fighter aircraft winner to produce a newer variant of the F-5A. The second-generation F-5E Tiger II fighter featured a range of upgrades including newer engines, greater wing area, higher fuel capacity, and enhanced avionics. The new F-5 variant was used extensively in combat during the Vietnam War. By the late 1980s, more than 1,400 F-5E Tiger fighters were produced. The F-5 versatility and cheaper maintenance costs made it a prime candidate for export. In fact, The fighter has been procured by nations in every corner of the globe, including South Korea, Brazil, Taiwan, and Honduras.